Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the weekly predictions starting from the September 5th till September 11th and its customized indicative probable results for all the rising signs. So now friends, before we will jump to our today's discussion, I just wanted to give you this a quick update that very soon I will be conducting workshop on tarot and numerology. So specifically for the tarot, it's my earnest request that if you have not experienced tarot ever before, you should give it a shot, because tarot has got a lot of spiritual insight into it. Like before, when I was not introduced to tarot or any form of occult sciences, I was the most skeptical person regarding tarot, that how can I get to know about my future from the cards, or how can I progress in the fields of spirituality, or how any specific tarot card could help me in meditation. But trust me, tarot has got its own esoteric world which needs to be unraveled, and as with tarot, it is little bit different compared to other occult sciences. Like whether it's me as an astrologer or any other astrologer, everyone is gonna say that Jupiter in Cancer is gonna manifest good results. Moon being placed in the 8th house is definitely gonna create vulnerability on your emotional mental health well-being. But when we talk about tarot is always open to interpretation, and in this course I will definitely try to explain you all the verticals, parameters of tarot, its application in daily life, and how you can find a resonance of tarot with other occult sciences. So okay friends, now coming back to our this weekly prediction video. So friends, just because in the weekly transit video we always try to follow the journey of moon in the zodiac belt. So from Monday September 5th, moon will start its journey from the Sagittarius sign. So a very good time, because that is also going to be a day which in India we celebrate as the Teachers' Day. So I would say that for anything to do with the showing your devotion or your respect towards your teachers, you can actually consider doing all of that. And also friends, like the moon will end its journey in this week on September 11th, being conjunct with the planet Jupiter in the Pisces sign. So the only planetary shift which is going to be taking place in this week is going to be of Mercury turning retrograde in its Virgo sign. So just because if a planet is in an exalted state, in a dignified state, getting into a retrograde motion, it's only gonna manifest the stronger reflective side of the planetary energies only. And also friends, because these days we are also going through the auspicious days devoted to Lord Ganesha, and the Mahalakshmi Vrat has also started. So definitely there is a lot of positivity and auspiciousness which is there in the air, and relying on the kind of yogas you have in your chart, the kind of dashas you are currently going through, good results can be anticipated. So okay friends, now let's just start our discussion customized to all the rising signs, and starting first with the Aries Lagna people. So now friends, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 9th house and will end the week in your 12th house. So definitely friends, this week regarding the monetary and the financial aspect is creating a very positive energy, because in any case your ascendant lord is right now transiting in the 2nd house, and because of the Mercury turning retrograde in your 6th house, so definitely your discriminatory intelligence will put you on the right path. I would say that during this time, if you have to schedule any important work related travel, work related meeting, or if you are in that pursuit of arranging some big chunk of money, so I would say that all those things can get materialized during this week. And also do not hesitate in asking for any favor from any prominent person, because you might not have anticipated or you might not have taken into consideration, but the help or the word of this person might help you in your task, in your endeavors. So friends, from the students perspective as well, because sun right now is in a very strong dignity in your 5th house, so all the matters of the 5th house will also prove to be in your favor. Now for all those people who are in loving romantic relationship, anything to do with the art and creativity, for students as well, good week is getting indicated. Now friends, the only concern over here is that for your rising sign, Mercury is not a very auspicious planet for you guys. So initially, because whenever this kind of change in the motion takes place, initial few days tend to remain little bit vulnerable energy. So I would say that give good attention towards your health, towards your nervous system, and at work front as well. Try not to get into argument with people, because in your case, I'm not seeing you getting involved in any heated disruptive kind of energy or environment. It's just like that, because the planet of aggression, your ascendant lord, is right now transiting in your second house of your speech. And because Mercury turning retrograde in your sixth house, and let's say for example, if your workplace environment is already very heated energy which you have to face on daily basis, then any sort of verbal argument can actually take place. So just try to protect yourself from giving outburst in any pressing or stressful situation. And regarding all other areas, specifically regarding the financial, economical aspect, work related travel, new opportunities, the week is creating very good energy for all the Aries rising people. Now friends, for all the Taurus rising people, so guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 8th house and will end the week right over there in your 11th house. So friends, definitely, because as you can see that your ascendant lord is in a very strong dignity in your 4th house. So with this conjunction with the sun, I would say that any of the matters of the 4th house, like concerns of buying a vehicle or any home decor, renovation, looking forward to shifting to a new apartment or something, so you can actually give attention towards any of the matters of the 4th house. Also friends, because Mercury becomes a very auspicious planet for you guys, and it is going to be turning retrograde in your 5th house. So I would say that all the matters of the 5th house will also benefit you, like a very auspicious time for the students, people engaged in speculative line of work, or if you are an athlete or you have to write any competitive exam. So the week is creating a very good energy for all of you guys. Now friends, as you can also see, because in your case, moon is going to be making its journey from your 8th house and it's going to be ending the week in your 11th house. So friends, I just want to highlight it over here, because in your case, your ascendant is in itself is being ruled by a feminine planet, Venus. And because these days we are going through the auspicious Mahalakshmi Vrat as well. So I would say that any of the donation in the name of the goddess Lakshmi, like specifically donating the white things in the temple or places of religious spiritual significance, will definitely help you in any of the task which you are currently undertaking. Now this could be whether you are a student, you are a working professional, you have your own business, so you will definitely feel the blessing or the prosperity coming in your way. So overall friends, a very good week. A feel good factor will definitely be experienced over here. Happiness on the account of the domestic life, family matters, and also for all those people who are contemplating any of the matrimonial related concerns and all of that. So some prospective proposal could also come to you, or a prospective family might approach you. So regarding all that front as well, the week is creating very good energy for all the Taurus Lagna people. Now friends, many times people also say this thing that Mercury is a planet of intelligence if it is exalted, and that too retrograde in the 5th house. So many times what happens is that any of those business opportunity which you were not able to finalize, or any of the concerns of misunderstanding in loving relationship, or walking out of the relationship, then regretting, trying to reconcile. So all those things can also be considered or can also take place during this week for all the Taurus Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Gemini rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can see that moon is going to be making its journey this week, starting from your 7th house and ending the week in your 10th house. So definitely friends, for any of the outdoor activity, the week is creating a very positive energy for you, because as you can fairly see in your 3rd house as well, Venus and Sun are already conjunct over there. Your ascendant lord is also going to go retrograde in your 4th house. So overall friends, like for anything to do with the specifically, this gets more applicable for people who have their own business. You are in sales, media, marketing, freelance writing, graphic designing. If you are in all those connected fields, you can definitely get benefited. You will definitely get this feeling that people around you are lending a helping hand or actually proving to be a source of strength or help during this week for you. Also friends, the only one concern which I am seeing right now over here is that now specifically when we talk about from the perspective of the income, so as you can see that Mars is not a very auspicious planet for you guys, and Mars's transit is right now taking place in your 12th house, being your 11th house lord. So there could be some sort of dissatisfaction on the account of the gains on all of your efforts. So only if you can maintain your calm or your cool in those kind of situation. So I would say that yes friends, overall the energy is positive for any of your efforts to reaping very good results. For the students perspective, I would say, or people connected with the fields of art, entertainment and creativity, so over there friends, you might have to work hard. There could be some sort of dissatisfaction regarding which you have to deal with it. And also friends, you cannot overlook this fact that Mars is not only your 11th house lord, but it is also your 6th house lord as well, and currently transiting in your 12th house. So refrain from any clandestine activity, provoking people, getting into fights with people. So only if you can work in that aspect, that you are not deliberately getting into arguments or fights with people. So overall a good week for travels, for projecting yourself to the best of your capabilities. And I would say that if you will be able to schedule any important meeting during this week, you will be able to impress people with the charms in your personality or with the right set of words which you will be using, or the elegance or charisma in your personality. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Cancer rising people. So now friends, in your case, as you can freely see, Moon will start its journey from your 6th house and will end the week right over there in your 9th house. So now friends, definitely the week is creating in any case a very positive energy for the financial abundance, financial prosperity, because of the support of someone very prominent. Some of the important finance or monetary work will take a positive leap. So even regarding that front, the week is creating a positive energy. The only vulnerability is that friends, because as you can see that Moon will start its journey from your 6th house. So there could be some sort of concerns of the health. So health related concerns could creep up on you. And second thing is that refrain from any arguments, any confrontation at your work front. So only if you can work on those areas. Overall, the energy of this week seems to be a lot in your favor, specifically for all those people who are in their own business or relying on the customers, on orders, if all of that is getting qualified in your case. So all those Cancer Lagna people can get benefited. Now friends, as you can see that during this week, Moon will also get conjunct with Saturn in your 7th house as well. So specifically for all those people who are like, either you are single and you want to be in a relationship, you're working hard in that front, or all those people who are already going through like difficulties within their existing relationship. So matters of relationship might be a pressing issue for you during this week. And also friends, for all those people who are looking forward to any matrimonial proposal and alliances, there could be some sort of delays in that front as well. So now friends, if I were to summarize this week's energy for you, so the week is creating very good energy in the matters of your family bonding or spending your money on the things which is gonna bring happiness within the family group, and some important travels can also take place. And just because friends, I would say that till the time your 9th house is in a strong dignity because of Jupiter being placed over there, whatsoever festival comes during this year, try to put your heart and soul into the participation of that religious festivities, because Jupiter's transit, Jupiter in itself is the significator of the blessings, divine blessing, and it is actually transiting in the house where the divine reside. So I would say that whether it's the Ganesh Chaturthi or the Mahalakshmi Vrat or any festival which is gonna come, now it is not only getting qualified only from the Hindu or Sanatan Dharma perspective, whatsoever your faith is. So try to remain at your religious disciplined at its best of the religious discipline till the time Jupiter is transiting from your 9th house. And I would say that during this week, if you have to file your like any of the concerns of filing for immigration or citizenship or any of the work related travel, so all of that will also prove to be very favorable for all the Cancer Lagna during this week. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Leo rising people. So now friends, in your case, moon is going to be starting its journey from your 5th house and it's going to be ending the week in your 8th house. So now friends, definitely when we talk about from the perspective of the enhancement of the reputation, remaining lucky in deriving support from the prominent people connected with government and all of that, the week is coming out a lot in your favor. Like I would say that if you are already connected with politics, you are in top management, you are connected with the fields of mass media, so any of the work done by you during this week will definitely reap some very good results. Lastly friends, like as you can fairly see over here, because your 4th house lord, which is the planet Mars, that is also is in a strong dignity in your 10th house. So I would say that any of the matters of the real estate, buying or selling of property will also work out in your favor. Now friends, the only major shift which is going to be taking place during this week is that your important planet of your income, opportunity and finances, Mercury, is going to be turning retrograde in your 2nd house. But trust me, it is only going to add more kind of discriminatory intelligence, bargaining power, strong arbitration, very reflective qualities in the matters of your financial management. So now friends, definitely no matter in which sphere of life you are currently engaged in, whether you are a performing artist, whether you are a student, whether you have your own business, so I would say that the week's energy is only coming out in your favor. I'm not seeing the Leo rising guys vulnerable in any front from the transit perspective. And yes friends, definitely, because Saturn is right now transiting in your 6th house. Just try to work hard, stay disciplined in any of the work related duties and responsibilities, and trust me, this week will definitely put you in the front of any of the task or any of the hard work which you have been putting in from the past couple of days or weeks. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Virgo rising people. So now friends, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon will start its journey from your 4th house and will end the week in your 7th house. So now friends, this week is creating a little bit vulnerable energy in this regard, that as you can see that your ascendant lord is going to be turning retrograde in your 1st house. Now friends, had it been just your ascendant lord turning retrograde, it would not have created that much vulnerability, but the way other factors are contributing to it, because as you can see Saturn is already in a retrograde motion in your 5th house, the house of your mental faculties, and in your 12th house Sun and Venus are also transiting over there. So overall friends, the week's energy is creating a energy of confusion, turmoil, taking a step, then regretting on it, turning back, not being able to take very rational, clear-minded decision. So only if you can take decision with a 100% conviction, then the week's energy can still work out in your favor. There could be some sort of concerns or stress on the account of children, or like for all those people who are still student. So you might have to work hard to focus on your academics, on your studies. I would say that if you have to take any important competitive exam, or you have to appear in any your school or college related exam, so try to give attention towards being perfect with all of your preparation. Do not leave things on luck. That is one thing which I want to say over here. Also friends, like when we talk about regarding the matters of the relationship, so over there as well, like if you are on a lookout for a prospective match or partner for yourself, so I would say do not be in this haste to give your commitment in any proposal or any first proposal which is gonna come to you. Take your time, or at least let the energy of this week smoothly sail through, then only you will be able to take decision with a complete rational mind. There could be some work related travel as well which will prove to be profitable, and overall a week which is filled with the energy of caution and being very much attuned with the way people around you are reacting and making and planning your moves accordingly, rather than doing anything with the headstrongness or anything driven by rashness or impulsiveness. So those sort of attitude, approach or behavior needs to be strictly avoided during this week for all the Virgo rising people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra rising people. So now friends, in your case, Moon is going to be starting the journey from your 3rd house and will ending the week in your 6th house. So now friends, as you can freely see over here, that your ascendant lord is right now transiting in the 11th house, being conjunct with the planet Sun. So definitely regarding the enhancement of your reputation, being considered for a new role, being considered for promotion, friends and colleagues, like working out a lot in your support, in your favor. So regarding anything to do with your outdoor life, the week's energy is creating very strong positivity for all the Libra people. Like I would say that, because friends, whenever planets are transiting in the 11th house, this is a time when all the hard work done by us start reaping results. So Sun, which in itself is the significator of our bosses, of recognition, and Venus, which is your ascendant lord, which has to do with the finances, which has to do with your charisma, with your friends. So I would say overall the week is very positive, that you will be able to devote your time to the recreational aspect with your friends, and some important opportunities might also come to you. Now friends, when we talk about the volatile aspect, so now friends, you have to understand this thing. Right now Saturn is transiting in your 4th house. It's not only the transit of Saturn from the Moon, but also from the ascendant as well. It's a retrograde transit in the 4th house, and that too specifically during this week Mercury is going to go retrograde in your 12th house as well. So regarding the emotional, mental restlessness or agitation, that is the one area you have to work. And second thing is that friends, in your case, your 7th house lord planet Mars is going, because right now it is transiting in your 8th house. So I would say that regarding the matters of your matrimonial life, try not to be very like reckless, because your partner is definitely going to be acting out very unpredictable, unreasonable, volatile. So just keep your calm in any of the whimsical approach or attitude of your partner within the relationship. Focus more on your career, on your profession, your social life. Trust me, because that is where you will get the good rewards or results during this week for all the Libra rising people. And also friends, for the students as well, I would say that you have to work very hard. Do not remain negligent or nonchalant if you have to appear in any sort of important competitive exam, and there could be some sort of stress on the account of children as well. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Scorpio rising people. So now friends, in your case, Moon is going to be making its journey starting from your 2nd house and will ending the week in your 5th house. So definitely friends, the week couldn't be any good, any more better for you regarding your professional aspect, because in the transit right now we have all the Sun and Venus in a very strong dignity transiting in your 10th house. Mars, your ascendant lord, is also transiting in your 7th house. What else to add? Like even Jupiter is in a strong dignity in your 5th house. So I would say friends that definitely regarding your professional development, I am looking forward to some good external supporting environment working out in your favor. Also friends, because Mercury, although it's not a very good and auspicious planet for you guys, but it is going to be exalted and retrograde in your 11th house. So your discriminatory intelligence, your mind, your mental faculties like a magnet will attract lot many opportunities towards you. So your mind is definitely going to be focused more on how to enhance your existing financial state, how you can be more in demand in the market or in your area of influence. So definitely friends, getting good support from your friends, from your colleagues, your hard work done by you will rise, will shine during this week. So overall friends, the energy is working a lot in your favor. The only thing is that friends, because in your case Mars is not only your ascendant lord, but it is also your 6th house lord as well. So just try to kind of avoid any sort of conflicts, any sort of arguments. The more you can refrain from them, the better it is going to be working out for you. Because friends, the concern with the Scorpio people is that because your rising sign is not only a water sign, but also it is a fixed energy as well. So for a airy energy or for a dual sign, they do not hold any resentment for longer time. But in your case, whatsoever happens, it affects you, or the repercussion or the consequences of that affects you on a longer span of time. Like Mars also has got a rulership of Aries as well, but Aries people also have this habit of letting go and moving on. But with the Scorpio, this is the only area where these guys struggle, irrespective of having all the good qualities. So only if you can refrain from getting into argument or fight with people, letting go is the approach, is the mantra which you have to follow. Good time for all those people who are on a lookout for a prospective partner, for the students who have to appear in any competitive exam. So overall, a very positive week for all the Scorpio Lagna people, specifically in the matters of your finances. Because friends, your 11th house is in a very strong dignity, as you can fairly see, Mercury being exalted, being retrograde, and even your second house Lord is transiting in your 5th house. So the week is getting materialized in this way that if your ongoing yogas in your chart are very favorable, running dashas are also running in your favor, and you are putting your best foot forward, you're doing all the hard work, so some unpredictable windfall gain can also take place for all the Scorpio rising people during this week. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Sagittarius rising people. So now friends, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 1st house and will end the week in your 4th house. So definitely friends, like as you can see that Mercury is not only exalted, but it is also going to turn retrograde in your 10th house as well. So I would say that for all those people who are in partnership business, or you are engaged in a business with your partner, with your wife, or with your husband, so all those people can definitely get benefited. Also friends, now as you can see that in your 9th house, we have like Sun in a strong dignity, Venus is in a strong dignity, so definitely your mind is going to be very much religiously inclined as well during this time. And for the enhancement of reputation, recognition, people talking good about you, regarding that front, the week's energy is running a lot in your favor. Now friends, the only concern over here is that because as you can see that because Mercury is retrograde in your 10th house, it is going to turn retrograde, and Saturn is right now transiting in a retrograde state in your 2nd house as well. So whatsoever your plans and your aspirations are regarding the financial inflow, things are not working in the same pace. So try not to overstress yourself regarding the financial inflow. Second thing is that friends, now because definitely ever since Mars has transited to your 6th house, it might have given rise to additional expenses as well. So income is not happening in sync with the way expenses have suddenly increased in your case. So just try to balance yourself out, do not overstress yourself, because week is creating that energy that you might overburden or stress yourself regarding the financial matters. Second thing is that friends, definitely I would strictly advise you guys against getting into any fight, any arguments with people, because any fight which is gonna erupt during this time, the impact or influence of that is gonna bother you for a long time. So refrain from any arguments. And friends, overall, if I were to say, because in your case Venus is transiting in your 9th house, and we are actually going through the auspicious Mahalakshmi Vrat during these days, so just consider reciting the Shri Suktam if you are actually going through any of the financial worries. So I would say that the recitation of Shri Suktam or asking for the blessings and grace from the goddess Mahalakshmi will definitely give you insight or clarity regarding the matters of your financial blockage. So overall friends, the week is creating little bit sort of difficulty for the people who have to appear in any competitive exam, like specifically from the student perspective as well. There is a lot of energy which is not working in your favor. I mean to say, because friends, in your case your 5th house Lord is right now transiting in the 6th house. So all what is expected out of you is a proper schedule, proper discipline, the way you manage everything. Like many times I see teenagers, they are so much inclined towards social media, all these things, that or they have so much active social life that they are not able to manage or balance out their studies accordingly. So this is the only area, if you can manage or balance it out in a efficient way, then the students can also get benefited. So overall friends, the week is creating a energy of like travels, support from the friends, but some sort of blockage on the matters of the finances which you might very slightly experience during this week. So plan your finances or your business dealings engagements accordingly. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Capricorn rising people, so now friends, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon is going to be making its journey starting from your 12th house and ending the week in your 3rd house. So now friends, the week is not creating a very auspicious harmonious energy for you. Now this gets more qualified if your ongoing dashas are also very like negative, not very supportive, or like so because why I'm saying this thing, because as you can see that your Sun and Venus are currently transiting in your 8th house, and your like your ascendant lord is also right now retrograde in your 1st house, and moon is going to be conjuncting with it during this week. So because of which friends, like definitely if you're already going through negative thoughts, thought of pessimism, or the wounds, or the getting worried on the account of the past mistakes and all of that, so this might get exaggerated during this week. So a healthy lifestyle is very much required for all the Capricorn Lagna people. Now friends, the only way I said this thing, the week's energy is mediocre, because it is only going to act that way for any of the new efforts or new endeavors of yours. Now let's say for example, if you're already managing things which are currently in your hand, so regarding that front, it is not gonna make you vulnerable. It's just like that. This is how the nature of the planet Saturn is, and the way your Dushtana Bhavas are currently activated, and overall energy is getting influenced or getting triggered in this way, that negativity, like self-doubt, and all these are the energies which you have to battle out. And specifically during this week, my advice is that unless and until something is not very important, try to keep things balanced or in a back foot, and just try to preserve and manage, rather than going out or risking something where you do not have much of the expertise, confidence, or support. So this is the only thing which I want to say or recommend to all the Capricorn Lagna people. Now friends, just because Mercury is right now is in an exalted state in your 9th house, and it is going to turn retrograde as well. Now Mercury is a very important auspicious planet for you guys. Mercury, which is the chief planet of commerce and trade. So if your ongoing dashas are running favorable, so then only in those scenarios there is a minuscule, a very minor percentage that it can suddenly, because of the support of the luck, some sudden opportunity can manifest, but even the possibility of that is little bit like very less. Regarding the matters of the relationship or new matrimonial alliances, the week's energy is very mediocre. Even from the students' perspective as well, friends, you have to work very hard if you're going to have this very nonchalant, a very procrastinating attitude in your studies. So then things might not work out in your favor, or your grades might fall, or there could be some sort of disciplinary action which can also take place. So just try to keep this week well guarded, well protected. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Aquarius Lagna people. So now friends, in your case, as you can see that moon will start its journey from your 11th house and will end the week in your 2nd house. So definitely friends, the week is creating a very good energy regarding the enhancement of the reputation, getting the right set of support from your friends, from your colleagues, from your bosses, like specifically for all those people who have their own business, because you cannot overlook this fact that right now Sun and Venus are in a very strong dignity in your 7th house, which in itself is indicator of this fact that any of the connections which you will establish during this time will prove to be a lot in your favor. So definitely friends, now whether you have your own business, you are in a service, in a job, and considering asking for any raise or being in a race for that promotion and all of that, So the week is creating a very positive, very favorable energy in that front for all the Aquarius Lagna people. Also, if you are single, you are looking out for any matrimonial alliances. So regarding the marriage front as well, the week is running out very favorable for all the Aquarius Lagna people. So now friends, if I were to summarize, definitely the networking, connections, matrimonial alliances, even from the students perspective as well, the week is not making you guys vulnerable in any front. The only concern over here is that friends, because as you can see that your 6th house Lord, so in the transit during this week it is going to get conjunct with the Saturn as well in the 12th house. So regarding the matters of your health is something where you have to give attention, because if any of the health related concern is going to get arise during this week because of your negligence, it might bother you for a long time. So only in the matters of the health you have to remain cautious, but overall a very good week for all the Aquarius Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Pisces Lagna people. So now friends, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon is going to be starting its journey from your 10th house and will ending the week in your 1st house. So definitely friends, for anything to do with the outdoor activities, with your professional outdoor work, the week is creating a lot of positive energy for all the Pisces Lagna people. Now friends, during this week, definitely, because as you can see, Mercury is going to be not only exalted, but it is going to be turning retrograde in your 7th house. So a very good indication for the traders, for the people engaged in their own business, even from the students perspective as well. During this week, if you have to appear in any sort of competitive exam, the chances are very strong that you will perform good. So some important work related travels can also take place during the middle of this week. And also friends, the only one thing which I want to warn to all the Pisces Lagna people is that, because in your 6th house right now we have both Sun and Venus are being transiting over there. So try not to get entangled in any of the important decision making related or connected with the government. Now this could be the tax invasion, this could be if you are in a government job and doing things or taking any bribe or any of those concerns, if that is getting qualified in your case. So till the time Sun is transiting from your 6th house and Mars is also transiting in the 3rd house, so any of the reckless, headstrong action might get punished by the government. So those are the only areas where you have to remain a bit cautious. But overall, a very good energy regarding the networking, professional gains for all the Pisces Lagna people. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this week's transit results for all the rising signs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.